You're watching In the Scene live here at the studios in 757. We're watching State of Emergency. They're bringing you their first song. It's a new song called Stagnant. You're watching In the Scene live here at the studios. We're here with State of Emergency. Their next song is going to be SOE and To Be the Killer.
Party's begun and it's gonna get nuts. Death in the crowd, going burying around. I really like to do is help out local musicians in the Richmond and beyond area. Something from day one, it was just part of the ethics of the shop was that, you know, if an out-of-town band comes to you and says that they have a record, we carry it.
Welcome to In the Scene Live here at the studios in the beautiful 757. We're sitting here with State of Emergency. Would you guys mind introducing yourselves?
Jonathan Bushlow, I play drums.
I'm Nathan Hyatt, I do vocals.
I'm Gary Piscara, I play guitar and backing vocals.
Bobby Cotterba, bass guitar.
So I'm trying to, I've known you guys for a little while. I'm trying to get down to the essence of State of Emergency. Can you tell us a little bit about how you guys all met and how the band formed?
So it started a while ago. It was me and Bobby, a project like a long time ago, like probably 2013. Stuff came up, didn't work out. We tried, got busy with work and shit. And then eventually we tried to start it again. Our friend Chris Lopez introduced us to Gary. I've known Nathan forever from shows, known Bobby for a long time through skating and playing music. And probably about, I think it was the LaGrange show, Crown Line,
Yeah.
where we met.
That was that show.
It was like right after COVID and all the lockdown lifted up. We just went to our friend Matt Peters' basement and jammed, and then we just started writing music then and there.
That was it. So what was it like writing the early State of Emergency songs? How did all that go?
So when we first started writing, Nathan hadn't got down with us yet, and it was just the three of us. Bobby got into an accident, so then it just became like me and Gary writing for a little bit, and it was kind of easy because me and Gary we just clicked like immediately, like just from jamming. And then there's a couple of our songs that we probably only wrote like 15, 20 minutes, you know, just from jams. And then there was a couple, like Gary came with an idea already of a song. I had a song already, and I mean it wasn't hard. We just clicked. It was easy.
Did you guys try was there a certain goal in mind as far as like what you wanted it to sound like? What do you guys describe like your musical style or genre?
Yeah, there was definitely like a set idea of how we wanted to sound and what we didn't want to sound like. So obviously like a lot of Slayer and Suicidal Tendency influence, and we all kind of bring a different element into that.
Yeah, like Bobby loves Real Big Fish. So,
not so much.
Naturally, we all just kind of, we bring something different to the band, and that different amount of musical taste that we have, the spectrum, it really helps us write more seamless, and the lyrics to the drumming, it's all probably a ripoff from somewhere else, maybe 70s funk or metal or whatever, but.
Yep, that's all music is just biting off other styles that you enjoy,
You
basically.
guys are just really collective. Are you guys' individual tastes? I'm sure you share a lot of, different.
I think Suicidal Tendencies is very heavily influenced for like everybody mutually, but yeah, we all have like different tastes. Like he was saying, Bobby's like really into the skate punk, and like Nathan,
Say ska.
Yeah, I mean, we all have different vibes.
There's no shame here. This is a safe space.
I love some ska, not so much Real Big
space
Fish.
for music taste.
I mean, I definitely have like a hardcore, and I mean, I grew up like in a pretty much a metalcore scene for a couple of years before I found hardcore. But you know, like we sat in your truck and listened to like Japanese K-pop, fucking some crazy shit like that, man. You know, so. It's all over the place.
Now, you guys put out an EP, Life Larceny, not too long ago. What was it like recording that?
hot.
Grueling.
Yeah, Greeno's studio at the time.
Shout out Jordan Greeno.
Before he moved down to Norfolk. Shout out Not For The Week. Their old studio didn't have any AC, and it was like, I think
It was the middle of
July or
June,
August or something.
We were
And
naked.
It was like pretty
it.
much, dude. I was in the boxers, like sweating.
Yeah,
It was rough.
Shout out to them, and he
did damn
records
good
good,
work.
he mixes well, and but yeah, that was a hot session.
He does a lot in
Me and
general.
Bobby. Me and Bobby have a really good picture from that session where we're all hot and sweaty,
Is that
and
the
I
next
have a
album
nice
cover?
cowboy hat on, doing like a
We have some secret album
That's
covers
the
for
LP
this
release.
some Brokeback Mountain inspiration.
Yep.
Yeah.
yeah. See, the inspiration comes from all over the place.
How do you guys, you haven't been playing for, a long time together. How do you guys stay creative? Are you guys constantly bouncing new ideas, or are you trying to reinvent the wheel, or just,
Yeah, like how I approach the song is like, I will like hear something, I'm like, oh, that's cool. Let me try to like incorporate it in like my own style, but like make it fit with our music. Like, so it sounds like it's coming from the same group of people.
Yeah.
So, cause kind of piggybacking on the inspiration, my influences are like so left field from what these guys are. So like
like what?
So I'm into like really like 90s like technical death metal, progressive metal, black metal. Obviously like I love like 80s thrash and all that shit too. But I also like just trying to incorporate the different sounds that I love into this project, just so like we stand out from like what other thrash bands are doing.
Your own sound. That's really how you differentiate yourself from.
Yeah, exactly.
I like to ask people about, where you first started, like when you were younger and you first started getting into like alternative music or whatever stuff that's not the pop on the radio. Where were you like finding music?
Fucking Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4, dude. That's where I got into it. And really, it's funny is I got into Bad Brains, fucking like a lot of like West Coast skate punk when I was really young. But my dad liked that shit. So naturally I wanted to find something that would piss him off. So I found like metal and shit, but I just regressed back into liking just good old fun, less serious type stuff. Even though there's a message, it's not fucking brutal, beat down fucking stuff.
I mean, do you guys try to convey any sort of messages in your songs?
Yeah, fucking I have songs about, just working your life away till your hands are bones, and there's nothing you can do about it in this world because you're a middle class person. That's who I wrote it for. I have Nuclear Meltdown. I mean, that's just the kind of like my vision of what the fuck's gonna happen if someone of any country drops a nuclear bomb down. We're all fucked. Our water supply is dead,
which is
on the other
thing.
side of the world, even though someone blew up over here. We're all fucked. So, I mean, I definitely have some strong messages, but I also have songs about just hanging around, thrashing, getting fucked up, and hanging out with your friends, because that's what, I started going to shows for.
Yeah, we try to be conscious and, have fun songs, don't want to always be anti-government and shoving shit down people's throat, because we don't like when people try to shove their beliefs down our throats.
Absolutely.
So, and we try to keep it like not so it's like dead on the spot to a certain point. We try to make it like a broad, so multiple point of views can be like, oh, they're right, but like realistically they don't realize like it's all from thinking the same, like, but just try to have fun. Put a little serious message.
It's all about planting a seed, but when you come out to our shows, it's all about having fun and hanging out. So
yeah, speaking of like planting the seed, we're not getting any younger. So now the more we go to like these local shows, we're seeing more and more like young cats come out. What do you guys? What would be your advice to some people just now getting into like the underground scene, and they might not want to step on too many toes? They think they gotta walk on eggshells, and or too afraid to maybe mosh a little bit or dance or have fun. What would you say to like the young cats?
Fuck what other people think. Go have fun.
Yep.
Go be in the music. Be in the scene.
Be goofy.
Yep.
Be yourself.
Yeah, don't be fucking.
Everyone in this scene probably deals with some sort of like anxiety or social anxiety or something like that. But once you're in that group with everyone in the same mindset, it's kind of easy to let loose. And then, you show your true colors and you meet some friends who show their true colors.
Yeah, true colors is a big thing. Just going to shows in this area, over 10 years, there's a lot of scummy people who come and go. The people who show the true colors, who are real deals, they end up sticking on that. And I've met some of my best friends that I have to this day through the local scene.
No doubt. And while we have, some of my best friends are in this room doing this whole thing for us, and I thank you guys for that. But I mean, that just brings me back to, we have a really good network, and but on that note, I'm happy to, besides a couple of my friends, barely recognize anyone anymore. It's so fucking organic right now. Yeah. And it's like a bunch of high schoolers and stuff.
It's really cool.
And it's really cool. So like, book a show in your garage, because I know not all shows are all ages, but you guys like it. You guys have the time for it, so go out and do it.
And that's what's really going to keep, the torch burning is the younger generation, even though we're all still pretty young, but it's like we've been doing it for a while. And now all the young kids have seen the shows, and it really warms my heart because it's like we can step back and they can run this. You know, they can keep this rolling, and the future's looking bright for
it's nice generation. To go to a show and be able to sit back and like watch everyone just
go
let
crazy
loose and not feel like, oh my God, like
I'm obligated
the regular people that we grew up going with aren't there. So now it's a dead show. No, man, like it's going on.
Well, there was a time when we were all like 18 years old going to shows, and it's like, you know, those people that you meet who are older and they're just friendly, that stuff sticks with you for a long time. So you try to be that person.
I had a lot of people like that growing up, you know. But some people who were good influences, some people who weren't the best influences. But it's all about, you know, being yourself and finding like a real group of friends who are really, you know, have the same passion you do for the music scene.
But you just find that when you grow up, you know what I mean? Like you said, people just come and go, and you see like some of my best friends have, you know, went off the complete deep end, and there's nothing I can do about that. And it's just, you know, don't look up to your idols, or because they'll all just be dead or in jail. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
heard that.
What are some of the biggest challenges you guys have faced as a band?
The
T-shirt colors. No.
I think the biggest challenge I think we had was from the start of us writing. We had pretty much our whole EP done, but it took us about a year to get it completely out. And but I mean, we're satisfied with it, and we're trying to crank some new stuff out, but with a little bit less of a turnover time. You know, it's just all about right now the production around, you know, in every avenue, whether it be vinyl pressing, it's all backed up, man. And, you know, pressing a vinyl is like 9 months in advance. You got to do it.
COVID kind of fucked that up.
We're go back to cassettes.
Also another challenge is like we all work like different jobs, different hours. It's hard having that full-time job and like everybody's schedules lining up and stuff, but we make it work as best as we can. We don't try to force nothing. You know, we do turn down a lot of shows, not because we don't want to play them, just because somebody in the band has something coming up. You know, like we're both in construction and work 40 plus hours a week. He's in nursing program. Gary cuts things open for a living, organs and whatnot. But I mean, I think that's one of our biggest like challenges is just getting our times to mesh up. But we make it work. We do what we can in very little time we have, and we make it the most when we are together.
What are like some of you guys' favorite memories together as a band?
Well,
let's get into the down and dirty.
We definitely know how to get on each other's nerves.
Yeah.
We've been friends for like, shit, we're getting old, dude. We're going on like 15 years or so.
Yeah.
And then we've known you for that long, and
skateboarding.
We met you years ago, and
yeah.
But me and him, like,
they definitely get under each other's skin. It's fun.
What drives you mad about each other? Let's get it all out.
We just know which buttons to push.
Oh, so you do it on purpose. You do it on purpose.
Yeah. Sometimes, I mean, dude, that's what like best friends slash like, you know, brother like friends do. They just pick at each other.
It's a love-hate relationship.
You know, no reason at all. Everybody comes in.
We'll put it this way. There's every single time we have a practice, someone walks out early because one of us is just like, fuck you all.
That's a real thing too, yeah.
You're not really friends unless you almost fight.
Or
actually fight.
We've all been mad at each other at one point.
Yeah. You can't stay mad though. These are the homies, man.
Yeah. It's all love at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
You know?
I do anything for these guys.
Yep.
Yeah.
Don't fucking hold grudges against your friend. I mean, if they do some real fucked up shit, but like if y'all get into some small shit that should not matter next week, then fucking let it go, dude.
It's too short, man. You be here today and gone tomorrow. You see it all the time.
Yep. Sleep on it, let it go.
Let it go. Hug it out the next day.
That's right.
I used to be on some fuck you, let's fight shit, but I've calmed down and fucking, you know.
Sometimes I wish you was still on that.
I just be chilling, smoking weed.
What do you guys like some of your biggest goals for the band?
Just keep it together.
Have fun.
Write more good shit.
Yeah.
You know, we're not looking to like blow up and like go anywhere. If it ever happens, it happens. Yeah. But like that's not the goal. It's just we're all older. We don't want to like look back and be like, well, we all love music and we didn't do nothing about it. Just have fun. You know, we do want to go on like some little mini tours and micro tours and stuff. You know, but I mean, just have fun local. Just keep the scene going as much as we can. Like do our part.
Yeah, I've been in bands where it's a lot of pressure we put on ourselves. Like we have to play shows constantly. We have to release music constantly, and we need to get shit figured out for a tour, and like that shit will kill a band. You just gotta have fun and let shit happen naturally, and it will.
What are like some of the biggest like hard lessons you guys have learned being in a band, maybe musically or personally?
Musically is trying to keep up with fucking Gary.
Slow down.
Me only.
I write some pretty technical riffs, but I try to like simplify it just to, you know.
Yeah, I'm trying to like put my simplicity in there on his riffs, and I'm like, you go crazy and do your thing, and I'll just I'll do the root notes here and there.
Yeah, the rhythm section just keeps it chill.
Sometimes we'll go to practice and Gary's like, "Yo, I got a new song going." And he'll just have like a 6-minute death metal score, and like we're like, "How do we write drums, bass, or vocals to this?"
But then eventually it turns into
all the styles meshing right there.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. It starts with one thing and it ends up another, for sure.
Yeah, because I don't got a double pedal and I don't do blast.
We all have to work with each other. You know, you can't expect everything from everyone all the time.
No, not at all. We make it work.
So how's it like starting, like when you were younger, starting to go to shows for the first time? What were like some of the first bands you guys started going to see?
The first band I saw was the Misfits at the Norva.
Ooh.
And then shortly after that was Negative Approach, and they fucking blew me away. Like, just seeing John Brennan being pissed off into the crowd, it was fucking awesome. Then like it just like snowballed, like seeing Municipal Waste play with a bunch of local bands that don't play no more, like Waiting Mortuary and King's Head. That was really sick. And then eventually like I just like started being addicted to like going to shows, like, seeing live music.
Yeah, I was going to like punk shows and ska shows in middle school and stuff, and it wasn't until I met him he started showing me like hardcore shows, and I was like, oh shit, this is a whole new world. I love it. And I wish I would have gone to more. I feel like I caught the tail end of that whole era, but
we're making a new one.
Yeah,
That's right.
When I started kind of going, there was definitely like a couple of metalcore shows and stuff. Like my first show was Attila. But I mean, like that straight up made me go, "Whoa!
Yeah,
what the fuck is happening?"
I was an Attila head. I'm not gonna lie. I'll say it here.
You know, it after going to a couple shows, like actually that show they played with in Alcatraz 1962. So like, you know, yeah, Attila was playing, but you also had like actual fucking hardcore dudes showing up and dusting people out. So I was like, that's what I want to do. So the next show I went to was like Paper Trail in a fucking house, and that's where I met Bushlow.
Bloodfart. Me and Bobby's old band Bloodfart played that show.
when someone went through the wall.
Well, it was like a wall that wasn't framed up. It was just studs, so like it looked like we were like playing in a cage, which was sick.
What did Blood Fart sound like? Cause I haven't
Pretty much
what it
the
might sound
origins
like,
of this band.
but
Yeah,
I don't know.
Bloodfart was just me making like
Fart noise.
he would be like, play this.
and it would just be like naysayer ripoffs and fucking like cruel hand ripoffs and shit. I mean, it was just a joke band because he was in a band called Still Free. I was the original drummer for it, but it wasn't like really my flavor, so I kind of like stepped aside and let another friend play drums. And then they played like so many like high school like parties and shit like that, and I was like, y'all can't just play by yourselves. And like me and Bobby were like, well, let's form a joke band or whatever called Bloodfart, and we did, which was just a bunch of like.
And then they wound up getting
hardcore
more
ripoff.
fans than the other
yeah.
bands.
a lot more people like Bloodfart than they actually like Still Free. But when I started going to shows, I had friends that would like. I mean, I'm a little older than these guys. I grew up when nu metal was like super hot. So I used to go to the Norva to like nu metal shows, but then I had like this friend who was like a crust punk. He was like super into like shit Bobby likes, like Leftover Cracks and fucking Choking Victim and like Casualties. So I went to the Casualties and Agnostic Front at Peppermint Beach Club, and
Rest in peace.
I was like, wow, this is fucking violent and I like it. I want some more. And then I like went to like this mix show at like Steppin' Out. And there was a bunch of metalcore bands, and then this band called Pushin' On played. And so like all the hardcore kids showed up, they spun that bitch for like 12 minutes and then fucking bounced. And I was like, yo, there's that shit again. Like, I want to be a part of this. I saw Devin at Relevant working the door one time, and I was like, yo, you're the singer of that band. And he like messaged me on Facebook, like when I was like, I don't know where your shows pop up at. And he started showing to me like sending me all of like the shows that were coming up, hardcore shows at like Volume and fucking, I never got to go to Liberty, but like, you know, Peppermint Beach Club stepping out before it was like Elevation and shit like that. And from then on I was hooked, and I would like skip my lunch block and go to every single lunch and ask everybody for $1 until I had enough like
Do what you gotta do.
enough money to get into whatever show was going on that night. And me and my friends would like ride the HRT like anywhere to like go to a show like 4 or 5 times a week. Like,
That's sick.
it was mostly at like Club Relevant and like stepping out and shit like that. But
Yo, and
those were the only venues back then.
on a side note, I gotta give my flowers, fucking Devin.
Yeah.
Man,
James
he
Zetterman, too.
fucking, like, I mean, his booking shows throughout here with asking for nothing in return, fucking booking a show every night, whether it be at the beach, like a free show at that, and still being able to pay bands out and never putting online or bitching to anyone about how this is hard, because it's all about fucking your dedication to it, man. And, you know, thanks to him, because he fucking made my teenage years of going to shows and being a little shithead running the streets fucking worth it, because I got to see some of the best bands in the fucking hardcore realm come through here.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
thank you for that. man.
Shout out to Devin.
Devin Albers.
He is like one of the most solid human beings ever. Like, he will talk to anybody. He's not gonna, he never cool. I've never seen him cool guy anybody. Like, he talked to anybody. Like I said, like, he didn't even know me. He was working the door at Relevant, and he like found me on Facebook a week later because I was asking like, how do I find out about hardcore shows and punk shows? And he would just send them to me all the time through like MySpace Messenger and shit like that. But yeah, shout out to him. He definitely used to bring some fucking heavy ass shows through.
And to add to that, you know, just going to those same shows, all the shows he booked. That was how I got my first steps into hardcore, and I wouldn't have met any of these people that I call my family, you know, my chosen family, unless it wasn't for him. So definitely shout out to Devin.
He brought a lot of people together.
Do you guys got any like new music in the works or anything?
Yeah,
Yes, we do.
we got one new song that we've already decided to play. We're working on a couple more. We got a couple that we're like still figuring out, but yeah, we're definitely working on new shit. We want to try to like get back into recording sometime in the near future. Maybe put out another EP or something like that. You know,
Definitely be.
don't want everybody to get bored with the one we already put
What
out.
about
so
gigs?
try
You
to keep
guys
it spicy.
got some gigs coming up or anything you're working on there?
June 6th.
June 6th at
Yeah.
Riff House.
Playing with Ulamog.
Yep.
Yes.
And,
Has that been announced yet?
Ulamog, Brat, and Sludge.
Yeah.
And Transgression.
That's gonna be a sick show. Yeah, that's definitely.
Transgression is
that's a-
another one of those like bands of like young kids. Like, you know, they probably got their like feet wet in the Not For The Weak scene and stuff. Not For The Weak has a bunch of like younger bands coming up, which is sick, and love to see it. You know, like we were talking about earlier, that's what's gonna keep everything rolling. Like, just influencing these kids and encouraging them to keep playing music. You know, whether it was your cup of tea or not, go up to them after they play a set and tell them great set. Like, you know what I'm saying? Encourage them to keep going, because then their friends are going to come out. More kids are going to start playing music, you know.
It makes Bushlow feel better when you come up to him and tell him good stuff after he drops on cake.
Make a little kid happy and come up to me and pat me on the back. Tell me I did a good job.
Oh, well, we really appreciate you guys coming on. Is there anything you want to, you know, promote or last final words for?
So we just got a limited pressing of tapes. If you want anything, hit us up. It's just $5. I mean, if you just come to us, we'll give it to you for free, man. Just come say hi to us. We got some shirts in the works, and fucking shout out Ulamog, shout out Victim of Suffering, shout out Cataract, fucking shout out John from 7th City, fucking shout out the studios, shout out Not For The Weak Records, shout out all the fucking Richmond homies, Killing Pace, fucking Downfall, all those homies. They're keeping it alive up there, and fucking, you know, I have nothing but love for this fucking area and what we all do, what type of small businesses come up, record shops. It's fucking popping. It's awesome down here.
And shout out in the scene.
Yeah.
Shout out in the scene.
Support everything local. Everything. That's what's going to fucking keep it going.
No
Just
doubt.
Support.
Keep coming to shows and setting it off. Fucking, I know you hear it all the time, but maybe move up a little fucking closer so I don't feel like empty fucking rooms.
Be right on there.
Love someone.
Yeah, fucking stage dive. I haven't seen that in 5 years.
Yeah, well, we ain't got no fucking stages around here. Somebody sacrifice themselves, get down so we can jump off your back.
Bring foldable chairs to shows.
Right.
I'll end it on that note. We appreciate State of Emergency coming out. You've been watching In the Scene live here at the studios. Please keep in tune with more episodes coming soon. We'll be dropping links everything in a while. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching In the Scene live here at the studios in the 757. State of Emergency is going to end it with a song called Nuclear Meltdown.
in the line to get some retros. The kick game crazy, mind hazy while burning petrol. I'm the don of this. Niggas want features, I don't respond to shit. I'm on another level, you peons beyond that garbage trip. I'm marvelous, I'm spitting shit that's way harder than marvelous. My closet filled to the point that you think I had a sponsorship. Astonishing, they stopping and watching me when I'm walking in. I'm smoking, packed and smacking like Will Smith in the audience. These niggas fraudulent, I'm slaughtering, moving fluid like water with the bars I spit. It's awesome, out flawless. He kicks shit with no choruses, notorious for crushing the mic. No hesitation, make you levitate, so talk to me nice. You think you fucking with the kid, you rolling dice with your life. I'm nice with it, hit the spliff and ash the shit on your Nikes. I'm trife living, hitting these niggas with shit they couldn't comprehend. Cause I've been killing tracks since when Gucci dropped my kid